CJ Flyer back with another YouTube video. I'm going to keep this one real quick. I got some really bad eye strain in my left eye to the point where my vision is blurry. My eyeball hurts. Yes, I'm doing my best to take care of it, getting the eye drops in, getting extra sleep, I'm seeing the doctor soon. But I think this injury must be caused from the bright beaming light coming from the city of Cleveland. The Cavaliers, with their best start in franchise history, 9 wins, 0 losses, taking a look at the games that they have won here, starting off with the Toronto Raptors, Pistons, and the Wizards. Not really teams that you're getting hype about beating, but still good to win those games. And then the real test began for this Cavs team, winning at New York in Madison Square Garden versus the Knicks, 6-point win, winning against the Lakers, winning against the Magic, although they didn't have Paolo Banchero, but still a great win. And then, of course, those 2 nail-biters down to the wire versus the Bucks, one in Milwaukee, one at home in Cleveland. Great wins there against a team that, although they're off to a rough start, people will expect that they'll get better. They got great players in Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo. And then you got the win at New Orleans. Obviously, New Orleans dealing with injury troubles as well. But now tonight will be the real test, going against a Golden State Warriors team. Steph Curry has been back for a little bit now from that minor injury. And this Warriors team, one of the best in the West record-wise, currently with 7 wins, 1 loss. They just knocked off the Boston Celtics in Boston to prove to the league that they are one of the best teams in the league right now. Buddy Hield on fire for them. So it's going to be a fun matchup tonight. Really looking forward to that one. Will the Cavs win? Hard to say. But this is, another challenge along the road to the postseason, and it'll be fun to see. It's always really fun to see a team just kind of go off like this at the beginning of the season when you least expect it, especially a smaller market team. Obviously, if you're a fan of a team that's a rival of the Cavs, maybe not as fun. But I think about like the Bulls going off a few years ago. They're not a small market team, but the Bulls, before Lonzo Ball got that really bad injury a couple years ago, they were the 1 seed in the East for the first half of the season. So, yeah, we'll just have to see what happens with the Cavs. Obviously, great-looking roster. The bench has been on fire. Ty Jerome, nearly 10 points per game off the bench, shooting over 50% from 3. Yes, you read that right, 50% from 3. In fact, it's 53% with about 2 3-point attempts per game. Karis LeVert, I don't know that this is going to continue, but 52% from 3 with 3.5 attempts per game. That you got to think the law of averages is going to come back to Karis LeVert here, and he's going to start missing some. But we'll see. Overall, great job by the Cleveland Cavaliers roster to start this season. Now, like I said, I want to keep this video short. My eyes killing me. I want to go back to bed. So we're just going to quickly cover here the games for today. We predicted all 3 of yesterday's games correctly, and now we are going to get into today's games. There's 13 games. Nearly every team in the league is playing. And as I've said before, we're making predictions for these games every day, and we'll compare to the FanDuel Sportsbook betting odds. Of course, we're not promoting, not encouraging anyone using any sports betting, sports gambling. I'm not partnered affiliated with anyone. Just doing it for fun, for comparison's sake. If you're going to do it responsibly, and let's get into it. So, tonight, Pacers and Hornets in Charlotte. I forgot to turn off the odds. We usually like to make the predictions before we go ahead with our odds here. So, looking at the injury report here for the Hornets and the Pacers, I'm still leaning with Hornets at home on this one, although the Pacers are definitely the better team. I just have a feeling Charlotte's going to win this one tonight. And, of course, the Pacers with the lack of depth at the big position. Again, looking back at the Charlotte Hornets situation here, I guess they're lacking at the bigs as well with Mark Williams and Nick Richards out. But actually, yeah, you know what? Never mind. What am I saying? We're going Pacers on this one. I was leaning towards Hornets to begin, but no, we're going to switch that back. Hawks and Pistons. I'm not familiar with any of the injuries for either of those teams. Atlanta Hawks. Okay, still Bogdanovich is out. Kobe Buffkin out. DeAndre Hunter out. Cody Zeller out. And then if we look at the Pistons, what kind of injuries they got going on there. Asar Thompson's still out. And, Jalen Duren out. That's going to be tough. But they got Stu in the game, Isaiah Stewart. So we'll go Pistons at home. Pelicans, Magic. Both those teams are dealing with injury issues. Magic have been a little bit cold recently. I think this is the game they can bounce back because of the Pelicans also having injury issues. Celtics next. We'll take the Celtics at home. Warriors, Cavs. Just talking about them. Warriors just came off a tough win against the Celtics a couple days ago. Can they keep it going against the Cavs? I'm leaning towards Cavs at home, 10-0. Knicks and Bucks. Bucks just played yesterday. They got their second win of the season. Now they got to go to New York. We're taking the Knicks for sure. Mavs, Suns. Suns, of course, got the better record right now. They beat the Mavs a couple weeks ago. I'm biased. I'm still taking the Mavs. Wizards, Grizzlies, taking the Grizzlies at home. Rockets and Thunder. We'll take the Thunder at home. Blazers, Timberwolves, definitely, even though they're coming off a back-to-back, having just played in Chicago, we're taking the Timberwolves at home versus the Blazers. Heat, Nuggets, definitely taking the Nuggets. At this point, I'm just taking all the home teams tonight. That might be a mistake, but we'll see. Sixers versus Lakers. Now, Bronny James just got sent to the G League, so he will not be available. However, not that Bronny James is a difference maker for this team anyways. We got Rui Hachimura day to day, Anthony Davis day to day, and then the 76ers. What do we got going on here? Gosh, I can't find them half the time. There we go. Sixers still got Embiid out, of course, and then Maxi's out now. I'm leaning towards Sixers. I know I guess LeBron's in, but I'm leaning towards Sixers getting another win on the season. Clippers and Kings. We'll go Kings. And that'll be that for today. Let's go ahead and compare to the FanDuel Sportsbook betting odds. Indiana favored in Charlotte. Detroit favored at home. Orlando favored at home. Boston favored at home. Cleveland favored at home. New York favored at home. Dallas is favored. I'm kind of surprised by that. Memphis favored at home. OKC favored at home. Minnesota favored at home. Denver favored at home. Lakers favored at home by quite a bit. So that's a huge pick I made there with the Sixers. Kings favored at home. Pretty much all the home teams, except for Charlotte, are favored at home tonight. So interesting stuff. A lot of cool games going around the NBA tonight. Looking out for that Warriors-Cavs game, that Suns-Mavs, and also where was I? I don't know why I think the Sixers can get the upset, but I think the Sixers can get the upset against the Lakers tonight with Paul George at the helm. And then Bucks, Knicks. Basically, a lot of these Eastern Conference matchups are going to be really fun. And then perhaps Sixers and Lakers. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think about these Cavs? Are they the best in the East? I still think they're not the best in the East. I still don't even think they're the second best in the East come postseason time. But we'll see. I could be very much proven wrong. Click on one of the videos on your screen now for some more NBA discussion.